I think you should hear this.
There you go, hey?
Yeah.
There you go. That's really interesting.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Do you try and listen to that kind of music?
When I'm studying
Yeah.
or when I'm lying down, I'll put on 432 hertz meditation or lo-fi hip hop or hip hop and how people have arranged it. But live instruments is the best because it's not through a computer. It's like real.
Live insurance, did you say?
Live instruments. Like,
live instruments.
Like guitar, tuning forks, the bowl, you know, like the sound bowls, that sort of stuff.
My mum loves the bowl.
Yeah. I did one Wednesday night. It was like just headphones in with a guy in Melbourne. He does like an online group every Wednesday. I fell asleep 10 minutes later.
Really?
It was so good. I was like,
that's sick.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I've always, like, my mum you'd really get along with my mum.
Yeah.
She is just you, but as a woman. And she's all
what a legend.
Yeah. But ever since I was a kid, she's been trying to tell me these things. And she would absolutely love the fact. I told her I went on this walk. I told her about it. She's like, I'm so excited for you. She was like, yeah. She was like, this guy does his breath work. She's like, oh my God. Oh my God. She was like, she got quite emotional. She was like, oh yeah, sick. You finally. But when I was a kid, I was like, oh, mum doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah,
you know?
crazy.
But now that I get older and you sort of, you still have those issues. Like, okay, let's try a few.
Yeah.
Try something new.
Yeah.
That's where that walk, I would have gone on this walk for like 3 years ago, you know?
Yeah.
Just more of a, why not, you know?
Yeah.
To go.
Sometimes it needs to get to a point where like, all right, fuck, well, I've got to try something.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah. That happened, I would say a couple of years ago where I split with my partner and then it was like, what's going on here? What am I actually doing? And it was like a couple of days out of into the new year. No, out. It was a couple of days before the new year.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to make it a thing I booked in, saw a therapist, went to the chiropractor, fixed my back, started working out. I was like, I'm going to fix whatever's going on here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just try and help myself out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was literally texting a mate last night and his wedding is supposed to be on the 21st.
Yeah.
And they broke up just before like November or something.
Yeah.
And they were together for 9 years. And now he's like, oh, listen to your podcast. It's so good. Like, want to do all the things. And it sucks that they had to get that far before their lightning bulb light smashed open, you know?
It's such a tricky, like, when I was dating this person, I dated her for 4 years. She said, Sam, you need to go. You need to sort something out. Like, there's something going on inside of you. And I was like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And then it got to that point. And afterwards I was like, oh, fuck, maybe you're right. Like, I was like, why did I just listen to her the first time?
Yeah.
But yeah, it does for some people, it does have to get to that point. But it's like with anything, you know, you have to hit a certain point.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a gambling addict, you have to lose it all before you can realize that it's an actual issue, which is unfortunate, but I think that's how some people learn.
Yeah. Well, it's similar to, you know, your mum's been telling you to do this stuff and
exactly right.
You have to come to that conclusion yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing it from someone else, that like motivation will end.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it for you, you're always you.
Yeah.
Where like they're not always going to be barking down your neck to tell you to do it.
100%. Also works with like a lot of like influences too. Like, I feel like it's like if your mum's telling you to do something, you're like, oh, especially when you're a kid, you're like, oh, mum, don't be lame, you know what I mean? But if somebody you idolize, like a footy player or a musician or whatever it is, they start doing it and you go, oh, okay, maybe it is. Maybe it is an important thing, or maybe it does work, which I think is like which is why I like Wild Man, because he is that person to a lot of people. He is that influence on a lot of people. And he does use his platform to help out. Yeah. Which is, I think, which is like why people should have a platform, you know? Yeah. Because this with our radio show. That's why we like to get you on or any other mental health advocates, because I think we'd be doing a disservice to ourselves and to everybody listening if we didn't use that platform as like a gateway to just help somebody.
Yeah. It helps normalize the issues.
Exactly right. Makes it less taboo.
Yeah.
You know, and if everyone just starts talking about it like it is the footy, you know what I mean? Like it is just hanging out with your mates, and then it doesn't become as much of a nerve-wracking thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is important.
Yeah. 100%.
Mind you, I was fucking pretty nervous before this.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It can be daunting and intimidating, and then once you realize you're not going to die, then you kind of ease into it.
And it's also like, it's like once you get past that barrier of, you know, this, I'm nervous to do this, or, you know, whatever it is, this is unmanly. Once you get past it and start doing it, you're like, fuck, it feels good.
Yeah.
It's fucking good. After you're done, after the walk, I was like, fuck, I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good. Spoke to some people.
Yeah.
Did some exercise.
Yeah.
Feel good.
Yeah, you got the endorphins. You've done the hard thing, like carrying the stuff, but also a hard thing is like putting yourself out there and doing it. And then you get the rush from going, fuck, I just did something I thought I'd never do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Called my mum. I was like, Mum, I did this walk. She's like, yes.
That's so sick.
So cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
I like the walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spion, I couldn't make the other one.
Yeah, that was huge too. And that was the same thing. I was talking to the bloke. I went and got my hair cut by him yesterday, Ron. And he was like, I didn't think I was going to say anything. I got there, walls are up. I was just going to walk, listen. And then the first person I spoke to, he's like, oh, you got any kids? And he was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
This is it. Like, this is the whole thing I didn't want to talk about.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you meet someone who's got a similar story straight away. Usually that's what happens. It's divine timing, divine pairing. You end up having a chat with someone about the issue that you think you're the only person that has.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm not the only one. Let's chat.
Yeah.
And it comes out.
Yeah, yeah. And it's also like just such a casual thing as well. You know, you go there, everyone's still making jokes. Everyone's, you know, having a laugh. You're still ribbing into each other, but it's not like it's not a hostile environment. And it's also not like you're going there to be therapized.
Yeah.
You know, like you're just going there to have a chat.
Yeah.
Which I think which definitely makes, I've definitely been guilty of it, but like you don't want it to be too serious. You know, you just want to have a normal chat about it.
Yeah.
And I think you can definitely get a bit nervous at like, maybe this is too sad, or maybe this is, you know, this is too much. So that's why it's good to just like, you can go on this walk and have a chat and still get made fun of, or still make fun of your mates a little bit. And then you laugh about it.
Yeah.
And just saying it, getting it out there into the universe, I think is just one step closer to being better. Yeah.
Well, that's like, we'll become friends with our mates over some sort of common interest.
Yeah.
But then we never like really have conversations past that.
Yeah.
It's always about external things.
Yeah.
But if you really connect with someone and get along with them, why are we so afraid to talk about our own things? And that's because it's not normalized. It's seen as like a form of weakness or something. So to feel weak for having a conversation with your mate, it still shows like that we've got something wrong.
There is definitely, but it's like, it's so much better. I think it's only going to get better from as the years go on, because it's just generational. Like my dad is terrible at opening up. You can only imagine how his dad is. His dad's dad would have been, wouldn't have said a word, you know? So I think it's getting a lot better. And I think if we just keep sort of, pushing that message, it's just going to be eventually, you know, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. I think I've definitely already noticed being the person that's open to having the conversation allows safety for other people to come to you as well and have the chat. Yeah. Because they might not have that in their friendship groups or with their dad or that sort of thing. So I think people like us who are willing to go to things like that can open up the conversation for them, and then we're going to create that flow-on effect
Yeah.
Whether it's not directly with our family members or something, we have that one person will come to us and then their friends will know that they're the person they can go to.
Yeah.
And then we reach other people that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find it, like, do you find there's any pressure being that person? Or do you kind of like do you think that's what that's your thing?
Oh, I'm always down for a D&M.
Yeah.
Like I'm always down for a good convo. Always have been. That's what I was searching for when I was going out and drinking. That's what I love the connection part of it.
Yeah.
Only time it can be draining if it's the same person having the same conversation. You're always listening to them and you go, yep, I hear you. And if they want your advice, you give it to them and they don't take it. And a lot of the time I've had the same conversation with someone while they're drunk. And then like 3 weeks later, 6 months later, a year later, we're having the same chat. And I was like, you can be there for someone, but you can't do the work for them. That can be a bit frustrating, but I'll still never judge them and I'll still have the conversation with them.
Yeah.
Just internally, I'm like, we're doing this again. Like,
well, it just goes back to, you have to, like you said, you can tell somebody something, but they have to want to do it themselves.
Yeah.
So you almost have to let them get to that point.
Yeah.
And then just be there when they do actually when they are ready to change or they are ready to better themselves, which can sort of be a bit of a difficult thing to do sometimes. I feel like you want to help out this person, but they need to, they sort of need to fuck themselves up first before.
I think that's the hardest part when you're watching someone walk to the cliff's edge and you've got your hand out saying, come back.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to do it.
Yeah.
You don't need to do it.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, he did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, I'll get you back up.
I'll get you back up.
But I've done this easier, but.
Yeah. But that's the thing, I've definitely had to do that with a few people, but I think it's a sign of a good person when, they do these things, but you go, all right, well, come, if you're willing to change, come on through, come on back.
Yeah, don't tell them I told you so, because then you just push them further away.
Yeah, 100%.
As much as you want to. My ego is still like, brother, I've been telling you for years.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I know, but I know. It's very difficult not to.
Yeah. What's it like for you since you've, like, how do you tell many of your friends, other than your partner, that you go on to therapy? Did they start reaching out to you knowing that you were someone that was like willing to face the issue?
I have always been, my friends are very emotionally immature. I've always been the pretty immature one emotionally. I've always been the one they were always looking after me. And I was that person, I would be that person that would complain or would come to them with an issue and then do the exact same thing. I wasn't like, I wasn't like a drug addict or an alcoholic or anything. I would just sort of sabotage things subconsciously, like without even knowing I was doing it. So they were always looking after me. So now I told them, obviously, and they were like, fuck yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
And it's good. Like, just if anybody is trying to, thinking about getting into therapy, there's just so much benefit from doing it. It's insane. Like, just the emotional, like the just how you regulate yourself. I would something bad would happen to me and instantly I would just go get pissed and just go ruin, or just not try and feel those feelings as a lot of people do. Like, it's just a normal thing. You have a bad day, you have a beer. Like, it's just sort of how people are raised.
Yeah.
Some people take it a little bit too far.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I was really chuffed because I went back home over Christmas, was hanging out with my best mate, and he's like, man, I can just see how much it's changed you going to therapy. Like, I'm just so proud of you. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, it was just such a nice to just have that
acknowledgement
of all, all the work that I've done behind the scenes and all of the, like, I bought some self-help books.
Yeah.
Which was sick.
Yeah.
I never finished them, but I bought them.
It's the thought that counts.
Yes, the thought that counts. But yeah, it's just, I could not vouch for it anymore. Like, it's just so great. You got to find the right one. Like, it's not, and for me, I was lucky because the first one I went to, she was perfect. But a lot of people, it's like on the antidepressants, you can't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might find the best one, but that one, or you might take one and that one might not be the one for you. So you try a different one. So it can be a bit of a process, but fuck, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's great.
Can you give an insight as to what it's like for someone, one, acknowledging I want to get help?
Yep.
The process of that. Then the build up of picking one and what's going on in your head before you go in.
Yeah.
When you're sitting there and then walking out, like that whole process.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's so many people that are still going, oh, I don't need it. Subconsciously, they know they need it.
Yeah.
You can like walk them through.
Well, it was what we're talking about. I was emotionally, I think, at a bit of a rock bottom. I was just drinking heaps for no reason, just taking heaps of drugs, just, and I think you do those things just so you feel like happy or you feel whatever you feel and you don't feel right. So I was like, okay, this is definitely a low for me. I'm not doing the things I love. I'm not talking to my family. All I'm doing is drinking and working.
Yeah.
So I called up my mum, and God bless that woman. I said, Mum, I'm having a tough time. I don't have the capabilities of booking a therapist right now. Like, I think that's too much for me to call up and have a chat. Can you please do this for me? And she's like, yep, I've got you. Within 5 minutes, she found this one. I was like, cool. Seems really nice. She booked me in. God bless her. And then nerve-wracking going there. Really nerve-wracking. Going somewhere where you have to talk about your deepest, darkest fears and everything that's going on with you is terrifying. But you go there. I said to her, I don't know what to say. Can I just chill for a second? And then she was so sweet. She started asking me some questions. The first one didn't really do anything, first session, but just getting to know each other, and it can be tough because you have to pay $100 on the first one to go sit there and get to know somebody, which is not just for a lot of people, not very.
Spend probably more than that on the Saturday night. So
Exactly right. If it does, you got to sort of kind of decide which way you want to go.
Yeah. I just think like that's people need to take that in consideration when they're thinking about booking something like that. And you're like, oh, $100. I was like, well, what are you buying every weekend? It's 3 times that.
Yeah. And yeah, so I was like, fuck, I'm just stuck in a cycle here. I got to do it, right? I got to do it. Otherwise I'm going to ruin something else, So I sat there, didn't speak to her too much, and just kept going once a week until eventually she's like, okay, are we ready to talk about the big stuff? And I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Right. And just let it all out. Got a bit emotional. She's very sweet about it. Slowly passed me the tissue boxes. And yeah, just kept going until you sort of feel like you don't need to. Even then, I still try and go once every couple of months. But it's not just talking about what happened to you or how you're feeling. It's also giving you tools to if you're triggered or if you're relapsed to make sure you don't do as much damage as you would. I think that's the main thing. That's the main point of going to therapy. Is like it's if something bad has happened to you, that's you now. You know what I mean? Like that's a part of who you are, and it's not going to go away. It's just having those tools to regulate your emotions when you do get triggered or when something does happen to you. So then you don't crash out and spend heaps of money on beers and just get fucked up.
Yeah.
And I think that's the main point of going to therapy is just So yeah, you don't ruin your life.
Yeah. And there are so many resources out there to try and get free ones. Like if you go to your GP and get a mental health plan, you can get, is it 5 free sessions now? It used to be 10.
Yeah, I think it used to be 10.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of therapists now will have government funding.
Yeah.
So they're cheaper. So they only have a certain amount of spots for clients. But I was a couple of weeks in, she was like, one of my clients just left. It was $130. Now it's $80, which is a lot, which seems a lot less scarier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? $80, you can spend that on takeout every week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
I'll spend that on breakfast this weekend.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
So it's more about the breakfast.
Yeah. So yeah, could not vouch for it any more, man. Like it really, really got me out of a good one, like a pretty dark one.
Yeah.
Which I think, it was good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm booked in for Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's the other one I was going to mention. So one, if you're a tradie, a blue collar worker, there's TX, which is a company that provides services for blue collar workers. Which my housemate back home, Barty, she did an event for them trying to raise funds, which is pretty cool. So you can look up them or through your workplace. So I just did it through EAP.
Yep.
And I don't have any big pressing issues, but it's just good to have someone to chat to about. I've got a couple big moves. What we were talking about before, I've got a few big goals and I've just been feeling tight in the chest. I'm like, well, that's anxiety. Anxious because my future's very who knows? Yeah. So it'd be good to have those thoughts put out. Someone who has no bias, he's just going to give me honest feedback or just someone to listen,
Yeah, I think it's also important to keep going as well. Like having those, like you're saying, just having somebody to chat to, and to also give you those this bothered me today at work. And they go, oh, well, that's because this happened to you when you were younger, and you go, right, okay, that's a trigger for me, and it's just learning, teaching you about yourself. Like I remember when the couple of first sessions I went, she was like, what are the hills you die on? What do you care about? What's your morals, right? And I was like, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't even really know what I care about. What's the word you use? I don't know. We did a mind map.
Yeah,
which I haven't done since I was a child.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was like, you got yourself here. What are your branches
values?
Your values. There you go. Yeah, values. What are your values? And I was like, I have no idea. And I think that's what is the cause, personally, for a lot of people with depression, is that you don't have values or you don't have purpose. And I think it comes down to a lot of the times, not all the times, but it comes down to those things. It's like you need to have a purpose. You need to have things that you would fight for, whether it be your family or I think I try and steer clear of work, because that is I think that's what I was doing as I was working.
Yeah, probably you didn't have anything, so you filled it with work.
Yeah, exactly right. So I think I try and steer clear of that one. But you got to have things you got to have hills you got to die on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to have things that are just non-negotiable.
Yeah.
And I think that creates purpose, and then it's that's why you're here.
Yeah, I think if work's your purpose, for me, purpose is well, what gets you out of bed?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to get this done because.
Yeah.
And if it's work and it's that's fleeting.
Yeah.
It's if you're getting out of bed just to earn money.
Yeah.
Then what?
Yeah.
What are you doing it for? Cool, I've done that.
Yeah.
Now what? So it's never going to be fulfilling. And that's why so many people get the dream job, because they think, in school, I'm going to get this job because I pay this much money. And it's oh, I've got the money. Now what? And then they're still depressed. I had that exact moment, because ever since I was a kid, I was like, I'm going to be a radio announcer. This is my thing. I remember the day I was 13 and me and my mum were driving home from school. She picked me up and I said to her, I was like, Mum, I'm going to be a radio announcer. We'll listen to the radio. I said, well, you want to do that? She's like, yeah, you can do that. So ever since then, it was
all of my eggs were in this basket. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. When I was living in Goulburn, I was like, I'm going to get a better job. I'm going to move to a bigger city. Came here to Darwin. And then I'm like, fucking now what do I do? You know what I mean? And I had like I had a brief moment of being quite depressed because I was like, well, I'm here and I don't feel any better, you know, or like I've got this amazing job. This studio we're in right now is sick. Like I've just done it up. It's amazing. The people I work with are amazing, really kind. But what now?
What?
Yeah, now what? And then my immediate reaction was, okay, I've got to get a job in Sydney that pays more. I'm like, let's just fucking chill out.
Yeah.
I'm in the amazing Darwin. Like this is a sick place. There's amazing people around me. I've met some awesome people. Let's just take a second, take a breather, enjoy well, first of all, enjoy all of the hard work I've done for the past 8 years to get here. And also, yeah, enjoy the people around me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the exact moment 350 days ago.
Yeah.
When we won the grand final here.
Yeah.
I was like, I just left Melbourne, came up here by myself, met all these legends, won a grand final, and it was hollow.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I did the thing, won it.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah.
And
I think that's the danger of having those, like when your values are goal-based, I think I think a lot of the times you don't often walk away thinking like I've fulfilled my purpose.
Yeah.
And I think you need to have more stable values, whether it's family, friends, fucking charity, whatever it is. I think you need to have those really deep rooted ones that aren't as, like you said, hollow like a goal.
Yeah, not material, I think.
Yeah.
Immaterial values.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me now, mine's to be of service.
Yeah.
It's to help people.
Yeah. I think I'm still trying to figure out what mine are at the moment.
What were some you came up with in the mind map that you can remember?
My friends, I really cherish my friendship group, mainly because I was that immature friend and they helped me through a lot of my bad moments, and were patient with me when I was just doing the exact same shit, you know? And I think being trying to bring joy to people's lives, you know, our show values, Hot 100 is, you know, your short commute to work, we're going to try and make as funny as possible. And just try and make it not stressful. You know, I feel like everyone's stressed at the moment. There's just so much going on. You know, in the news, it's just, you get the news at the top of every hour. It's just everything, bad that's happening in the world, right?
Yeah.
So we try and do the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Try and bring joy, try and make people laugh. I think that was a big one for me. And also trying to be like a good friend. I think I pride myself on being able to, for my good friends, I'd drop anything and go and help them out, you know? And I think those were the main ones that we figured out. But yeah, it took a bit of work to realize that about myself, you know?
Yeah.
Which was daunting. She was like, what are your values? And I was like, I have no fucking idea. I've got no clue. Why,
you mentioned your friends twice. So what's so important about being a good friend and supporting them?
Well, I think
or what's so important about, what's so great about your friends?
Well, they're just, there's three main ones. Anthony is my best friend, but before I met him, when I was younger, the three main ones, I wasn't surrounded by friends as a kid. I was in this friendship group, but I wasn't best friends with anybody, right? Then I became very good friends with these three people, Joe, Ashley, and Adele, and they just sort of grew very close to me, helped me out with a lot of things, and we just all helped each other out, you know? We just became really close. Just beautiful people, you know, beautiful people. And I think back then I wasn't getting along with my family very well. So I think I found a lot of they sort of became my family. Get along with my family now, but yeah, back then I was a moody teenager, and you know, they sort of became a bit of a home for me.
Yeah.
So I grew quite attached to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're rock solid.
Yeah.
They're sick.
Have you heard much about shadow work?
No.
Or like everyone you meet is a mirror to you?
No.
So basically the theory is that the things that we hold dearest, like our strongest values, are usually things that we lacked growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so when you were mentioning, I didn't really have any close friends. So now that like, as an adult, you've got them, and that's probably something you were like longing for, was that friendship. Now you're like, all right, that I want.
Yeah.
Same as your love languages. They're usually the things that your love languages is something you've lacked as a child. Is there anything you can like relate with there? Do you know the love languages?
I think my love language is definitely, I'm trying to think, because I think it's physical touch. I think. What are the other ones?
Quality time, words of affirmation, gift giving.
Yeah. I think words of affirmation as well.
Yeah, you're looking cute today.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I think definitely physical touch and words of affirmation. Let me have a think.
I'm trying to think if there's another one, but I think that's 4. I don't know.
You said gift giving?
Gift giving, quality time,
yeah,
words of affirmation, physical touch.
So gotta be another one.
Sure, any women watching will let me know.
Yeah. So what's the theory there? So with your love languages,
a lot of the time, a love language is a trauma response.
Really?
So it's something you lacked as a child.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say physical touch. I lacked. Maybe words of affirmation. When I wasn't getting along with my family very well, there was a lot of arguing, a lot of fighting. Yeah, bit of a chaotic situation when I was a child, and sort of tamed a little bit when I was a bit of a teenager, and then got a bit hectic again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
would you be comfortable sharing any of that?
I would. Let me figure out how to go about this.
Yeah, take your time. I just feel like, similar to what I was saying about the men over matter thing, you don't realize how many people will relate to your story and they think they're the only one. So for the people that are watching, I get messages like literally from the one I did on the weekend, this lady messaged me, it feels like you guys are telling my life story.
Wow.
And you don't know the power of what you might share mean to someone on the other side.
Well, I would just like to preface that I've made up with everybody now. Like it's everything is absolutely fine. It's perfect. We all get along now. But it was quite violent when I was a kid. My parents didn't like each other at all. So there's a lot of moments when I was growing up. A lot of them have been blacked out, which is a bit of a trauma response. But there's a lot of scary moments when I was a kid that sit with me for quite a while. I think you put two and two together, living in a violent in a violent home, right? So the three siblings, us three were sort of very trying to protect each other. There's one specific night I think I remember where my parents were having their moment, and me, my brother, and my sister, my poor brother, I can't imagine what this would be like. He's the eldest by like 4 years or something. Was cradling us in our room, and I was like, "Fuck, that's fish." That was hectic for me. I was only 5. He was 9 or something. That would have been insanity. So I think from there was a lot of trauma that I didn't address. Just that classic, I'm fine, mate. You know what I mean? And I still have like, I can't watch like, I get quite anxious in arguments and I've sort of shut off.
I'm super avoidant too.
Yeah.
And Yeah. Similar, like my dad was very emotionally dysregulated.
Yeah.
Lots of yelling and confrontation was something like I just like shut down.
I can't do it, eh?
Yeah.
I can't, it's so much for me. And I get so anxious and I feel like I can't, you know?
Yeah. That's where the breath work comes in.
Yeah. And yeah, super avoidant in arguments. And then also I get quite jumpy when there are, when they're shouting, you know, and I remember this is the first time I realized I had trauma. It was when I was 17. I was dating this girl and she was in a play and I went went to watch it and there was an argument between two people and then the guy stamped his foot and I was like, oh my God. I was scared. I was like, oh fuck, there's something going on down there. You know what I mean? So I think that's where a lot of my anxiety comes from. A lot of my issues that I have stem from that.
I think I might have messed up partly with the love languages, but it's also part of that things you like, but attachment style as well. So for mine's avoidant.
Yeah, okay.
Because the same thing, like safety in home, relationships, like confrontation can't do.
Yeah.
So if in a relationship, I'll just be like, if we're disagreeing, I was like, fine, just won't have a conversation. Like just shut down.
Yeah. I'm so bad for that.
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot better now that I've gone to therapy.
Yeah.
But I was the worst. Like I just couldn't say how I felt.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know, like, if something upset me, I just couldn't address it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you touch on the attachment style?
Yeah. So, there's avoidant, anxious, avoidant, and then there's like codependent.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. So in a relationship, you could be like anxious and it's like, I want you, don't want you. And that's like anxious avoidant as well, I think. So avoidant is like, if there's confrontation, I'm just going into fawn response, freeze response, shutting down.
Yeah.
Not doing it. I'll go missing.
Yeah.
And then anxious is like, I don't know. You're like teetering on the edge. And then codependent is just like, you need to be with me all the time. If you leave me, you're rejecting me. Like, why don't you want me?
Okay.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then the other one is like, the normal one.
Just
don't know. We're good.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that is because it's not new. I don't relate.
Yeah.
No, I've been doing a lot of work as well. And I think part of it is like forcing myself to have the tough conversation.
Yeah.
Because all of my previous reference points have been, you have the confrontation, it ends poorly.
Yeah.
And so same as any muscle, you've got to train yourself and you get the more evidence that it's okay to have the conversation. Like, I'm a massive overthinker and a massive people pleaser.
Yeah.
Real, recognize real.
Yeah.
So before any scary moment happens, I've had the conversation 15 times.
Yeah.
Never a positive outcome.
No.
So it's always you having it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's really crazy to like when that does happen to you, when you speak to somebody that actually is whatever the normal
gives you a balanced response.
And then you muster up the courage to say how you feel and they go, thank you for telling me that.
Yeah.
You're like, sick.
Why aren't you yelling?
Yeah. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Like, do you still like me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is I think now that I've gotten older, I definitely try and surround myself with those people. Because there's just so much, like, you don't realize how much sort of pent-up anxiety you have until you're with somebody that is like, hey, it's all good.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, thank fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's huge. I lost the thing I was thinking about, but it's, you full on, like I full on freeze. I'm like, all right, like let's just, even with customers at work, I'm like, I'm not having this argument, dude. Like I'll just straight dead bat him and give him nothing. Like,
well, I'm terrible for if somebody has done something that's annoyed me or crossed my boundaries. I'm terrible for just going, fuck that person. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Yeah.
Which like I've never been great at saying, well, I'm a lot better now, but saying, hey, that hurt my feelings. Can we talk about that? I'm just straight to, and this obviously comes from how I grew up, but I'm straight into argument mode. I'm straight into fuck you.
Get defensive.
Yeah. Like I get defensive. Yeah, very defensive. And then I settle down and I go,
yeah.
Why did I do that?
I really struggled to take ownership growing up for things as well, because I'd always try and defend myself, so I didn't have to have the confrontation. No, it wasn't me, it was someone else's.
Yeah.
Always someone else's fault, never my fault.
Yep.
So, like sick days at work, and I'd be like, dude, you're hungover. Like, no, I'm actually sick. Or just anything that didn't go my way, it was because of something outside of myself.
Yeah.
Now I've gotten so much better at taking ownership for even things that maybe aren't my fault. But like, no, like I should have done this. I should have, and I'll fully own everything now. Yeah.
It's definitely something to, like, even going to therapy, I still, like, it is just my default to go back to those things, but you have to, like you said, it is a muscle, so you have to just keep on trying to do it. I was speaking to my boss here, and her word for the year was patience. She wants to be more patient with just in her life, right? She was like, she said, I think she said something, I'm probably paraphrasing her a little bit, but she said, I got really angry in a car park trying to find a park, right? She was like, I was so angry. I wasn't patient at all. And I was like, you don't just because you want to be more patient doesn't mean you're going to be patient every single opportunity you get. You just need to know that you're trying to be more patient.
Yeah.
And when an opportunity arises to be patient, try your best, It's like, you can't just change your personality straight away. Like, it doesn't, unfortunately not. If you could, I'd be a way better person, but.
Yeah, I think it's the acknowledgement of it. At least in that moment, you're going, fuck, I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
Not being patient. All right, cool. You've checked yourself already. Like, that's the first part.
Yeah, 100%. And it's not always going to be like that either. It might be, it might be too much, and you have a moment of whatever you're trying to change, Yeah. But as long as you're taking those steps, I think you're a lot better than most of the people,
Yeah. I think it's important to acknowledge that we're not perfect.
No.
I had literally posted a reel about driving in traffic being a spiritual practice.
Yeah.
And being aware of it. And I laughed at myself again yesterday, going to get this haircut. I'm not late. I'm in time.
Yeah.
But this guy was just driving like 20 kilometers below the speed limit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, drive.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like, just fucking get there. Then,
yeah.
Gone to a stop to turn a corner, and I was like, no.
I think it is just human nature to be angry while you're driving.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you have to admit there's some terrible drivers.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what are you doing right now?
Yeah.
But also, it probably slowed me down 20 seconds, and I still had to wait for the appointment to start anyway. Like, it didn't affect my day at all. I just chose to be frustrated by it.
Yeah.
I also still think like that sort of stuff is how we watch our parents drive as well. Like definitely like, this idiot here. I remember my dad getting home from work and everyone at his work's a dickhead apparently.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
He works with some idiots. Turns out they're probably saying the same thing about him. Who's this angry old dickhead?
Oh, mate, I remember one time my dad's got terrible temper and also a bad driver, like road rage. I remember sitting with him. I was working with him, and we're going to this job, right? And it was running late. He's running late because of himself. Like, he's just bad time management, right? Anyway, he cuts off this car. The car beeps at him. He pulls up and gets out the car. He gets out the car and starts yelling at this bloke. I'm like, we're already late. Why are we stopping? And also, this guy, you pulled out in front of him. It's fair enough, he can beep you. And also, we're late. Why are we getting out of this car to start this fight? What good is going to come from this fight? Nothing. There's no good from this. And I remember you getting back in the car, didn't say anything about it. I was like, holy shit, that was insane.
Did he come to blows with the bloke, or did he just like yell at him?
Nah, he's a bit of a scrapper, my old boy.
Yeah.
So luckily the guy drove off.
Yeah.
I was like, that was going to be a fight.
Yeah, right.
He's a lot better now. But he used to have a nasty temper.
Yeah, right.
So I just remember saying, I'm like, what is happening right now? We're so late.
Yeah.
What are we doing? It was insane. So yeah, like you're saying, it's like now if I'm running a little bit late, you know, I get quite flustered and I get angry at other people. I'm like, it's my fault. I'm running late. You know, I'm shit with my time.
Oh,
I'm terrible.
We went out for brekkie this morning with a couple of boys and like, oh yeah, what time? I was like, yeah, 8:15.
Yeah.
I got there at 8:20. I was like, I'm the one that set the time. I obviously had the time.
Yeah, yeah.
I just like dicked around for a bit and then.
Yeah. I'm the worst. Like I go, I've got to be somewhere in 30 minutes. Let me just lay down on my bed and go on my phone for 2 seconds. And then it's like, oh shit, I was supposed to leave 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Terrible. I think that's an anxious response as well for me. It's like, I don't want to be stuck somewhere by myself, sitting like looking like an idiot. I'd rather just like make sure someone's there first.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I do. It's like when you're on a first date, you don't want to be the first one there, you know? I know I'm guilty for this, but I will always wait until they're there. Not always, but a lot of the time I'll wait until they're there.
Yeah.
And I'll go, okay, yeah, I'm just around the corner. I've actually done this where I was waiting in the car park. I was early. I was waiting in the car park until she got there. And then I went there.
Yeah.
Just sit by yourself.
Yeah. It's weird because it's like, I don't know. How do you... I've gone on dates and had to have like a couple of beers on the way through to make myself comfortable and that sort of thing. Now it's like,
how do you go not drinking and going on a date? Is it
tell you the last time I went on a date?
Is it since you've stopped drinking, have you been on any dates?
Yeah, I dated someone for a little bit. You just do different stuff.
Activities.
Go do physical.
Rock climbing.
Go for a walk, go to the gym.
I realized I got a rock climbing skill.
Yeah?
I went to gecko climb.
Yeah.
I was really good at it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sick.
It was good fun.
Yeah. So that's where your next date's going to be.
I think so.
Good way to flex on
a date with me. You dating show podcast. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Well, yeah. What is it? Is it really nerve wracking now that you can't have those? That's courage.
Yeah, but I think it's also like liberating in a sense that I know I don't have that crutch to fall on. So it's like, I'm just gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
Where other times you might be like, oh, I got to drive. Like I can't. You know, but now it's like, oh, I know I can't do it. Like I don't have a choice. So let's just go.
Yeah.
Also, I think not having your judgment clouded it gives more clarity on how the date goes and whether or not you want to see them again, whether it's just the alcohol going like, I'm keen. Yeah. Or it's just like, no, we just like had a genuine connection. Because how are you going to know if you have a genuine connection with someone if you're not even in connection with yourself?
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a very good point. Yeah. Let me second guess all my dates.
Like, how many good nights out have you had? And I was chatting with this bloke for ages, he's a legend. Like, you know, and how many times have you made plans to catch up with someone on a night out and go, let's never bring that up?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I have like, the you know, as the night goes on and you're getting on it and you just get into these like pointless conversations and you follow each other on Instagram. And then the next morning, you're like, who is that?
Yeah. I've had that.
Start a business.
Start a business. Sick. I know these DJs.
Yeah. But sometimes it actually works. My aunt went to a dinner on Friday, got a bit pissed and was like, dude, come to Pilates with us. And he was like, he was pretty blind. And he rocked up and we went to Pilates with him. So I was like, sometimes, you know, it does work.
How was it when he did rock up? Were you like, oh,
that was cool.
Actually came?
Yeah, it was cool. Right. Well, I'd never met him, but Anthony he was like, sick, dude, good to see it.
You know, sometimes like, oh, they actually came. I didn't.
Yeah. That happened with my ex-partner. She was just she was having a good night, right? We were on one. Anyway, she started talking to this girl and was like, "Oh my God, I think you're so beautiful. I think we should be friends. Like, let's grab a drink tomorrow." And the next day she messaged her, was like, "Hey, still want to grab that drink?" My ex-mum was like, "Not really. Like, I'm pretty hungover right now."
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. So yeah, it could go both ways.
Yeah.
It can go both ways. I was going to grab a quick drink of water, bro.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Yeah, good, man.
Good.
Very good.
Yeah, see, like my parents never like threw hands. Yeah, there's definitely like, oh fuck, I was shit scared of my dad. Still
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
terrified.
yeah.
My old boy's a scary man.
Yeah.
He's like he's a jailbird and
Oh yeah.
he told me the story once of he was in the showers. Someone came in and tried to take his shoes. He's like, "I just had to flog him."
Yeah.
I was like, "Cool." Like, I would have crumbled in that scenario. Like, take my shoes, please.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's from like the inner west of Sydney and
Yeah.
just
Wood.
a tough boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is funny because he's shorter than me as well. And
Yeah.
like, he's just like a big staffy.
Yeah, right. There
Scary.
you go.
Yeah. But what were your old boy? What was he like?
Well, he's just got some shit that he hasn't dealt with for sure.
Yeah.
Because he flies off the hand. Like he drinks and smokes weed.
Yeah.
Like, he's very well functioning. Goes to work, won't miss a day of work.
Yeah.
What
does he do?
He just works in like a factory now, but he was doing asbestos removal for like most of like from while I was at high school to out of high school for a bit.
Yep.
Was in a factory before that. He was a jockey though when he was younger.
Was he?
So his dad took him out of school like just after he turned 14, a week after he turned 14. So you're going to do that.
Is he?
So he's shorter than me.
Short?
Yeah. Same thing though. Like he's just small man.
Yeah.
Big emotions.
Yeah. I think that's where like how I say I've forgiven both of my parents for whatever they've done is because I'm the way I am because of my parents and what they did. So they're the way they are because of their parents, you know, and they just haven't dealt with it.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah, that's why I'm the way I am because of the parents the way they are.
Yeah.
And my dad's the way he is.
I wonder who's here. Oh, Zai's here.
Live 40.
Huh?
Live 40.
Come into the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm thankful for the childhood I had.
Yeah.
Because it made me who I am now.
Absolutely. Yeah. I wouldn't change too much because, yeah, like you said, I became the person I am today. But I think you only sort of start realizing that once you do that, those personal things, like go to therapy or go on these walks, or you know, just start opening up, and then it cuts the cycle off there, doesn't it?
Even having those like PTSD flashbacks, like you said, it's like, oh shit, yeah, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
But it's choosing to acknowledge it and do something about it rather than drown it.
Yeah.
Where it's a conversation I need to have with my old man. But I just know, like, he's mentioned a couple of things from his childhood. I'm like,
yeah.
Right. So his dad was a boxer.
Yeah.
So he's definitely got some CTE type.
Right.
And if you hear the symptoms of CTE, which is like poor mental health, don't like loud noises, flashing lights.
Yeah.
Can be aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you heard of like Chris Benoit?
Yeah,
the wrestler that killed his family.
Yeah.
So he had like lots of concussions, that sort of thing.
What was his name? What was his wrestling name?
No, that was it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh. Who am I thinking of? Eddie Guerrero. Yeah. Insane.
Yeah.
Like absolutely insane.
Yeah.
What about I learnt about that from the movie that Will Smith was in. Remember that movie? Concussion?
I'm not a movie guy.
Oh, well, pretty much it was the movie Will Smith, and it was just them discovering what CTE was.
Oh, yeah.
In NFL.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, you need to do something. Because there was this NFL player that essentially had hectic CTE and just lost everything and was living out of his car. Which is, insane.
Yeah, my housemate, the guy I'm living with up here, he hasn't played footy 4 years because he had real bad concussions. He's like, yeah, there was a time where he just had to be locked in his room, couldn't deal with light, really poor, mental health. There's people that I've spoken to that like don't remember like extended periods of time. There's a guy who played for Collingwood that same sort of thing. He couldn't handle being in a room of light. He was like in his room for like 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so my dad's childhood, from all reports, very violent.
Well, when you look at it like that, it's hard not to forgive.
Yeah.
Not forget, but forgive. You know?
For sure.
So it's hard not to, if that was happening if that was happening to your friend, you'd feel bad for them. You feel sorry for them. So I think it's looking past, trying to be the bigger person and look past the things that they might have done to you, and realizing, like they did do what they were given. They did do their very best with, it wasn't, I'm not going to sit here and say it was all bad. Like it was the worst. Like I had some beautiful moments in my life, in my childhood growing up, where with my parents together and when they separated, some beautiful moments with them as well. So, and I have a beautiful relationship, and I have a beautiful relationship with them now. So it's like, when do you sort of, it takes a lot of energy to hold that, to store that the emotion.
Yeah. Hate, fear, all those things we hold on to are such a low vibration. So they're going to take energy from you. Like forgiveness and gratitude, love are like so much higher.
Yeah.
Like let's focus on that rather than the other stuff bringing us down.
And also, it's like I'm an adult now. I don't want to hate anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I think was the hardest thing for me to deal with. There was a moment where I like called my dad out on it. I was like, I can't deal with this anymore. Like I said to them, I'm like, I'm not coming over anymore if this is what I'm going to deal with every time, like being drunk and I can't have normal conversation. I'm like, what's so hard for you to like that you can't be sober, like that you can't deal with? And it was just met with like rejection, obviously at the time.
Yeah. But that's also like, what can you do about that? It's like that you're trying to open up there. You're trying to better the relationship. You can't do too much about that if they're not willing to meet you.
I know it worked because like after that, there's more acknowledgement. Yeah. Just at the time, like you can't talk to a drunk person about not drinking. Like it's not going anywhere. I just had to say it for my own peace and then like, walk out sort of thing. Yeah. But I just don't think there's any sense for my dad being 64. And what's the point in holding, like if he moved out of home at 14, he's been holding on to something for over 50 years. He's lived his whole life, 50 years for something that lasted 14 or something. Yeah. And I think it's going to be a pretty tricky thing to let go of as well. Yeah. For just sitting on that feeling for half a century. Yeah. Like you've let that impact every relationship you've ever had and your kids' lives and all the people around you for something that you like, that's been a quarter of his life and he's let that affect the next 3 quarters. And that's why I think it's really important to go and see someone and do something about it rather 100%. Than holding it in. And that's why at Men Over Matter, we hold the weight and we go, all right, it's time to pass it off. Yeah. Rather than carry this 4 kilo kettlebell for the next 50 years, which you think is nothing. Yeah. Like by the end of that, you're going to have some issues. Very heavy, heavy. That's what I noticed. Like whenever I'd feel sad or upset, I'd just start drinking. And then it just took just one moment. I was like, I shouldn't be doing that. Like it's not a healthy thing to do. I remember when I was in Goulburn, I had one night, it was a Friday night. I wasn't a bad week. It was a mediocre week, but I just felt myself getting sad. So got a bunch of beers, ended up doing like a bunch of ketamine by myself, drinking and just got pissed. And I woke up the next day, I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, why did you do that? Yeah. It was and that was the moment I was like, okay, that was just so unnecessary, just because you're bored. Yeah, there's a few times that me and a housemate would do that on like a Sunday night. Yeah, honestly. You're right.
Zyman. Dude, we're recording a podcast. You want to be in it?
Hey, how are you?
Good,
Bro,
man.
what's going on, bro? Just coming to do a couple of things.
Don't mind us, mate. Just making an absolute hit. We're making an absolute hit. It's going to be huge.
Iconic. Yeah.
It's going to be iconic. This is going to be like, what's Logan Paul's?
Impulsive. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was when I was like, okay, that's time to take a look at myself.
Yeah. So that was to feel like if you're feeling down, and you said that moment you acknowledge it and you're like, all right, this is like dumb.
Yeah.
What about all the other next mornings? How did you feel the next morning previously before you acknowledged it being an issue?
Well, it would be quite like I wouldn't go too far where I felt really hungover.
Yeah.
You know, I would just drink enough where I would feel not too bad the next day, you know? So I'd have like 7 beers on a weekday, which is like so many, right? But I would eat and I was still working out and doing stuff, but the next day it wouldn't be too bad. And then I could do it again.
Yeah.
And then on the weekends, then I was doing some proper drinking.
Yeah. That was just to keep you fit.
Just to keep me fit. Yeah. It was piss training, you know?
Yeah.
Just trying to, which is just like such a, like why?
Have you seen, like Eminem now does like long distance running?
Does he really?
Apparently he runs like 15Ks a day.
Really?
Yeah. And I was thinking like being piss fit, a lot of them now, even, you know, Ricky Nixon, like the ex-AFL manager, was in the headlines a fair bit.
Nah.
He was doing like long runs. And so now they're replacing their addictions with running because you still get a high. You can do it for a couple hours and you can, if your body holds up, you can do it every day.
Yeah.
So people in their recovery now just turn to distance running.
That's a good idea. I started running with Anthony because we're doing like this CrossFit open thing. It's like it's like a High Rocks but cooler. Yeah. Because I've just so many people that do High Rocks, I'm like, I can't say it's a High Rocks.
Yeah.
But we did some running and I was like, this is not too bad. This is not too bad. It's tough in the moment, but afterwards you feel a lot better.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm doing a run every day this year, just minimum a K. And it's same as getting in an ice bath. You're like, oh, this is uncomfortable. After you're done, it's only a few minutes, like, 5-6 minutes if I want. And then, I feel better. And then it leads you to make better choices. I was like, maybe I'll have good food. Yeah. Rather than like, I've been thinking about guzzies all week.
Yeah.
But I know I've got to run today. So I do the run and be like, like I've still got a meal prep.
Yeah.
I'll have some of that instead.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's what I do today. I'll definitely do the run. Today's day 60. So
really?
LFG. But I'll tick the box. It's Sunday and then it'll set me up for an awesome week rather than just continue to sit. Yeah. And then I'll just go through the drive-through, do the easy thing. You choose something hard, you feel better, and then all the other little moments you got to do for the day feel easier. Yeah.
I can't sit here and say that that's what I've done, but I'm trying my best.
Yeah. It's not a dick swinging competition.
Yeah.
If people want to do something, like choose something hard to do in the day and then everything else will feel a bit easier. Do something you don't want to do. That's positive for you.
Yeah. I try to instill that of like do something that I have to do like every day, like do some washing or clean your room or you know what I mean, like
I suck at that.
I'm so bad at it, but it's like it's because if you avoid, because like I was saying, you avoid them, then it just builds up and then all of a sudden you're like, fuck, everything is disgusting.
I've got a basket of washed clothes, dry clothes on my bed that I just went to sleep next to last night. I'm a single man on a king size bed.
Dude, I've done
so if anyone wants to replace that basket, feel free. But it's there. So
I've done that so many times where especially when you're single. Like I've done that with, like you order Uber Eats and the bag's just there and you wake up the next day and just think you piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. At least it's a bag of Uber Eats, not 7 beers on Wednesday though.
It's a great point. But I've done that before. You wake up and there's like 7 beers there. You think, damn it. And then the day ends, you go, I'll take another 7.
Yeah. You clean them up to make space for the other one.
Mate, it was looking back, it was so dramatic. Like I would sit in my room and listen to Creed.
Well, sacrifice.
It's like looking back at it in hindsight, it's like, what do you like? It's so dramatic.
Yeah.
You were just bored or just upset or just feeling a normal feeling.
Yeah.
And this big song and dance about it.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's the important thing about having good mates around you or a community so you can get out of your funk and go be somewhere. Or if you're just going work to home, no one's going to pull you up on it. You're not doing anything to create inertia elsewhere to make you start moving in the right direction. You're just going back to boom. There's nothing stopping you and making you go another way.
What does inertia mean?
Like inertia. So like, say something's moving this way, and there's nothing to like push you start going that way. Create like, or inertia, like boom, like you're creating momentum to keep you going. Yeah. And there's nothing like changing where you're going. Otherwise you just keep drifting in that one direction.
Inertia.
Yeah.
It's great use of inertia. I really like that. Yeah, exactly right. So yeah, I was living by myself and just had nothing to do. Along came Anthony, which is really a bit of a godsend.
And how did you two meet?
Met at work.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We met at work. We became very good friends drinking beers, but we met at work. So he was, I needed a co-host and we're doing the interview process. And there was 3 people or so and I interviewed all of them and pretty much just spoke to them all and said, hey, look, I'm trying to really give this a red hot crack. I'm looking for someone that's going to stick around and follow me wherever I go. Well, not follow me, but like, you know, I'm going this way.
Yeah.
Do you want to come along with me? Let's do it together kind of thing, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm down. I was like, cool, do you drink beers? He's like, yeah, I do. It's like, all right, you're hired. Yeah. And then we became really good friends and that is molded into a really, really important friendship of mine, you know? He's a very sweet boy. Yeah. Very, very nice. And really emotionally mature. Can be annoying sometimes, but emotionally mature.
How long was it before from that interview and that meeting him to feeling safe to have a conversation with him like that?
Well, I said, to be fair, if I'm being completely honest, it was during, I can't say, it was on a night out, right? And we're having a good time and as you do, you get into those conversations, right? And I could just tell that he was genuinely interested in it. And then the next day he said, hey, thank you for telling me these things. And from there, I was like, oh, like he didn't just ignore it or he actually was listening. And then from there, I felt a bit more comfortable. But I also, on our first week, I said, we need to be best mates for this show. So we made each other tell all of our secrets.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I told him some things and he told me some things. And I think that sort of bonded us together pretty quickly. Yeah. Because he hasn't told anybody and I haven't told anybody. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome for people to hear as well, like creating a good friendship relationship, whether it's business. Yeah. And I also, as you know, we spoke about the fact that I don't drink anymore. I still think there's a place because not everyone's at where I'm at that is ready to just go fucking, all right, I'm not doing it. People still need, you know, a couple of drinks or 15 drinks or whatever else to get them to the point of opening up.
Yeah.
I think the important part is something awesome that Ant did was an acknowledge it the next day.
Yeah.
Because there's been so many conversations that I've had in that period of my life, or being the sober person, witnessing the DNMs, because that's the awesome part about being the sober person at a footy club is like watching them happen. People start leaning on the wall and they get their spot in the corner of the room and you're going, because I love it. I love seeing people open up, right? Because this is the stuff that I love to do.
Yeah.
And I've been in all the elements of that, and now I can be the observer. And going, I wonder if they're going to talk about this ever again.
Yeah.
Or is it going to be the next time they get pissed and then they get to that point? And so to have the courage to acknowledge it sober the next day. And then also that, I assume, made you feel safe to have the next conversation.
Absolutely. Because, as you would probably know, when you're a little bit drunk, you get into those DNMs. The next morning you might think, oh, was I super drunk there? Was I annoying that person? I feel like I maybe... Or me anyway, you go, oh, why did I open up like that to this random person? Or did I ruin the night by doing these conversations, whatever? And so, the next morning, he was like, yeah, thank you for telling me these things. I was like, legend, you know what I mean? Like, thank you for saying that. And then that went into, being able to talk to him sober and not pissed.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the connections I've made have been pretty, like, started when I was pretty pissed. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the opening up I've done has happened like that, and then the next day I can open up about it more.
Yeah.
That's not the same for everybody, but I think that helps me a lot.
Yeah, I think it's pretty natural progression in Australian culture is have a few, all right, open up, especially at footy clubs. You do a pre-season, there's a lot of new people, new faces. You get to know their names and have a bit of banter with them, but you don't really know who they are. Yeah. And then pre-season camps, I've experienced them being really important because you have more than the 2 hours where you're just training. You're like sitting with them. All right, let's actually get to know what's going on. Yeah. Or that first function, that first night where you're all pissed. You're spending quality time. You've had a couple of drinks, so you're relaxed. And then either the conversation comes up there or the end of the night, you're more than relaxed. You're fucking spilling things out that you wouldn't usually. Yeah. And then, after that, how good was the night out? You mentioned the conversations you had, and then you build from there. So I think it's pretty normal. I'm trying to create a space where we can just do it off the bat. Not necessarily off the bat. You're still breaking down those layers, but you're not using something external to break it down like alcohol. You're carrying weight. You're just having a walk. Yeah. We're just having other conversations that get there.
Yeah. And just a different route, but same destination.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's what most people are trying to do, aren't they? Just have a connection with somebody. Yeah. Have a meaningful connection with somebody, which I've been very lucky to have a lot of these past few years. Anthony has become my best friend. Jackie, who works here as well. Big Zai in the corner over there. A lot of amazing people that work here, which is really cool. It's very nice as well. Like just living in Goulburn, I was by myself for a hot minute because I was dating somebody, and then that was long distance, and then we broke up, and then I was by myself for a long time after that. So I was definitely going a bit insane. You know what I mean? So it's nice to have some friends again, because I moved from Adelaide, where all my friends are from, and majority of my family live as well. So I hope it pays off.
What was it like? What was it like making that initial move?
Well, I've done it a few times. I used to live in Muswellbrook, which is in the Hunter Valley, a really, really old country town. And that was for a radio job as well, but just couldn't quite get it going. Wasn't getting paid a lot of money. was still a child, essentially. I was only about 20. Was not taking care of myself. Was tricky. Sorry, where was I?
Living in Musselburgh.
So wasn't taking care of myself. Got really, really depressed. Right, just wasn't. Couldn't hack it. The work, the people I work with there were nasty.
So you feel pretty isolated there?
Yeah, feeling isolated as well. Was in a long distance relationship, and not really dealing with that very well either. Like I'd get in a long distance relationship, really insecure, no money, fucking,
no support.
Yeah. I'm eating bad, so I look bad, and then my ex-partner was out there living a dream. So I was just not treating her very nicely either, which to this day, I was like, just didn't deal with it really well. And that's one of my big regrets. So I moved back, couldn't hack it anymore, moved back, was scaffolding, and living a pretty good life, making some good money, working in the mines, was living with my ex-partner, but there was still that sort of that radio goal that needed to be ticked. Then I moved to Goulburn, and it's been tricky, all my mates, my best mate just got married and I couldn't make it because I was working. Couldn't make his Bucks party because I was working. So I've definitely missed out on a few things, but I think if I had stayed there and started scaffolding, I'd be a lot worse, I think. I think if I stayed there and all my friends love my friends, but they're all going to the same pubs and doing the exact same thing, So I was just wanted to get out there some more. Well, yeah, you would know because you've obviously moved to Darwin and to play footy. Was that you're going back to
just for a couple of days?
Just for a couple of days.
I'm moving to Queensland to go and play footy there.
Oh yeah, sick.
Yeah. But I've missed 3 weddings.
Yeah.
So as many Bucks parties.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing. I didn't have you don't actually get paid to come up here. You get a support.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting what people assume is a few $100s a week to play footy. It's not the case. I just work.
Yeah.
And that's it. So I can't afford to take the leave and fly back and do all of these things. It's just not viable. So
and it's also from Darwin as well.
Yeah.
So expensive.
Expensive. The flights aren't good. The time.
I just paid $830 to go to Sydney for a weekend.
Yeah.
It's a work thing, but there was the cheapest flight was leaving on next Wednesday, staying in Bali for 24 hours and for the layover and then going to Sydney. I was like, what? And that was still $700.
Yeah. Melbourne's a bit better than that. But it's still, there can be flights that are Darwin to Brisbane to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And it's nah.
So exhausting as well.
And to fly out on a Friday after work, I get the red eye, get in at 6:30 a.m. Saturday morning, do the event, and then fly, go to whoever's thing it is, off no sleep, and then fly home on Sunday, get in at Darwin midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. To spend all of that money to barely be present there. And it's not an excuse, but I don't drink. What's the point of me going to a party to watch everyone get pissed to leave again?
Yeah.
And my justification personally for the weddings is that I love these guys so much, but they're having their wedding. Yeah. All I'm doing is watching them.
Yeah.
I'm not actually spending time with them anyway.
Oh, it's it is hard to, especially in Darwin, it is hard to justify spending $800 to go to a birthday or to go to a wedding. I'd love to, really love to. It's expensive.
Yeah.
And also I'm working.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've never asked anyone to come up and see me, to visit me. And it's just I couldn't, from their land, if I was down there, oh my God, I couldn't spend $1,000 over a weekend to go see someone while they're at work and then playing the sport, what quality time are you going to get with them anyway? So it just doesn't seem fair on anyone.
Nah, not at all. It's definitely a tricky place to live. I was just saying to Ant yesterday, it's almost in a way a little bit more isolating living here than it was in Goulburn, because in Goulburn at least an hour 40 you can be in Sydney, you know. But here it's a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
I wonder who's here. I just saw another car. I wonder who he is now. But in Darwin, it's in a way, do you know what I'm saying? Like, in a way, it's more isolating because you can't just go.
Yeah.
Like, I can't go to Adelaide just for the weekend, you know?
Mm-hmm. And it's small. Like
Darwin?
Yeah, you clocked it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen everything. You've heard what's going on. For me, working in the bank, I've seen all, like, I know, like, all the locals. I ran into a bloke today at the cafe. I'm like, oh, hey, mate, how you going?
Yeah.
You know, you've clocked it. There's 3 streets.
It's very small. Everyone seems to know everybody. It's very, it's a good, but I like it. Like, it's like a big country town, you know?
Yeah, it just reminds me of being in like Bendigo or Ballarat.
Yeah.
Like being from Victoria.
Yeah.
But also I love that because I wouldn't be having this opportunity to speak with you or come on the biggest radio station in the state.
Yeah, number one.
You know, in Melbourne, there's not a chance.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not going to be a thing. So I have to be very grateful for being here. I love it. Like, it's fun. The weather's better. Traffic is amazing. There is none.
I leave for work at 4:30 in the morning and there's not a single car. And then also I leave work at like 12 p.m. So it's like I haven't experienced any traffic since I've been here. It's so good.
I start work at 11 a.m. There's more traffic, I noticed, at that time than there is peak, like, in the morning, I reckon.
And also the car parks are like fully full for the shops, like Woolies at like 10:30.
That's because everyone parks there because it's free.
Oh, yeah, true.
I don't do that.
It's you're part of the problem.
There's parking inspectors you get done if you park there before 10:30.
He's done it before. But really, really, really loving Darwin. It's a cool place, and also met some really amazing people. This setup is sick. You know what I mean? Like, on this podcast with you, did this walk. I've met Jackie, who has introduced us to all of her friends, and they're amazing. So really, really settling in well.
Yeah.
Really enjoying it.
Yeah. Is there, so obviously you want to go, well, you spoke about Sydney. Is Sydney like the goal for you? Yeah.
Now I would say Sydney would be the main goal.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to live in Redfern. Have you been to Sydney much?
Never been.
Oh, gotta go. Love to play. So I'd love to live in Redfern and work for a big station in the city. Sell my car, just catch a train everywhere.
Yeah.
Live a real city life. Love Darwin though.
No trains here.
Yeah, that's the main goal. And take Ant with me.
Yeah. Epic.
We're gonna go there. It's more of a when, not if.
I love saying that.
Yeah.
I love saying that.
Yeah. It's great. I've been manifesting for a while. But what I've been trying to, and I hear you talk like it's already happened.
Yeah.
So, like, I know that I'm going to be in Sydney in the next 5 years. Like, it's already happened. I'm already going there.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, the Conor McGregor when he beat Jose Aldo in 13 seconds, he was talking about that.
Yeah. He spoke about, he started off little, and he'd start manifesting a car park at the front of where he was going, and then just kept working at it. And then did you see how he was practicing the shot before the fight? Insane.
Everything happened as he
said it would.
Yeah.
And then he obviously went off the charts.
Yeah, I mean, drugs and alcohol. There you go.
Yeah, and lots of money,
power, money,
and everybody telling you you're really good.
Yeah, no one wanted to call you out.
Yeah, that's what I think. You need to have those connections and those people, and that's why, like, speaking about my friends that I cherish, is that they're not just gassing you up. You know what I mean? Like, they're not just saying how amazing you are. Because I think for anybody that is a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna in some way or another change you as a person.
Yeah.
If you get heaps of money, heaps of just everybody saying you're amazing, that's going to make you probably.
Yeah.
I think there's proof that shows that will make you a bad person.
Yeah. It definitely seems like now it's been really lucky that you've had a rock bottom moment instead of going straight from Muswellbrook to Sydney, because it probably wouldn't have been, it wouldn't be sustainable success.
Wouldn't have handled it very well. Needed, I think, the emotional maturity to be able to handle that. I think I was definitely a bit of a sabotager, you know? Or if something got too hard, I'd find a way to just go, stuff this, and, I'm not doing it. This is too hard.
And that's because when you're a kid, you avoid it.
Yeah. So it's probably a really good thing. I'm ready to go there now. If anybody, no, I'm really, really keen to have a red hot crack here in Darwin and make ourselves really, really known and really just do some amazing things here.
It seems like you're well on your way. Like,
we're doing well, man.
I can't go past seeing you guys every day, so that's pretty good. Or hearing,
Yeah, well, I think that's it. Just trying to meet as many people as we can. Trying to do as much as we can. We're doing the world's greatest shave. Raising some cash.
Just after I leave, I'm spewing about that rave.
Would have been sick. Yeah, it would have been so cool.
It will be.
It will be sick. But yeah, so like if you come in with a shaved head, you get to come in for free.
Yeah.
And then I think it's a $20 ticket. And then all of the money we raise obviously goes to the Leukemia Foundation. We've raised a bunch of money now. We've got I think like 8 people. We're gonna before the rave, we're gonna have a big thing and shave our heads at like a shopping centre. And people can bid some money and have a go at shaving our heads.
Oh, epic. Yeah.
So that'll be good.
Pre-rave shave.
Who's here now? Who we got now? Hello.
G'day.
Who's this? Huh?
Yeah. That's cool.
That's okay.
So I'm just trying to quiet.
No, you're all good. Hey, Green, how are you?
on?
Bless. Shave rave. We're talking about shave rave still?
Yeah. Let's plug some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing that March 20th. Where can people find information?
On the gram.
Hot 100. Have a little suss on there. All the details are there. But yeah, it's going to be $20 for a ticket. Or if you shave your head, you can come in for free. And it's going to be sick at Busted Town. Lots of DJs there. Didn't get the call up to be a DJ though.
Yeah.
So I got it. No, I think the lineup's sorted.
Someone will get sick.
Yeah. I'll make sure of it. No, Anthony's a great DJ, and so is Jackie. So they're on the lineups there. I probably started like a couple of weeks ago, so I'm not quite up to par with them.
You got the TV ad though, so
I got the TV ad. Exactly right. I am thinking about pursuing the acting gig. Yeah. But no, it should be really amazing. But yeah, trying to just do as much as we can in the community, just help out, meet some great people.
You can have clippers on the door. If people's like, oh, I don't want to pay, like, all right, brother, like, shave it off.
That's a great idea.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna suggest that. I reckon we could get like a barber involved.
Backyard barbers.
Yeah,
Ronnie, he was at a Men Over Matter event.
Oh yeah,
definitely all about supporting the community, whoever gets involved. So yeah, definitely
backyard barbers. That could be cool. You could see if we can wheel a chair in there. and just get
next to the decks.
Yeah, that'll be so cool. That's a great idea. Yeah, I'm gonna suggest that for sure. That'd be a sick idea.
Because if people are like, oh, especially is it alcohol event?
Yep.
Yeah. So people have had a few pre's, they'll be in the mood. They're like,
yeah, stuff it. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna get Wildman to be the shaver of all of our heads, but he'll be away.
Oh, Spion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you know anybody that can be the residential shaver, at the before the rave, we got a big posse shaving our heads.
Yeah, cool.
So we got to find I want to get a
bigger personality.
Yeah, we'll find someone.
You could hit up Jack if you need.
Yeah,
yeah,
that could be cool.
Leave them laughing while they lose their hair. I don't know.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really loving it here, man. It's good fun.
Yeah.
But trying to stay present in the moment and not think about going to Sydney right now.
Reverting back to when I won the grand final and I was hollow, I also, having that mindset switch and trying to be, all right, where's this from and what can I get out of this? How is this serving me? Was, it's about the journey. That's why I don't feel that peak of emotion. I just had to look back at all the moments that led me to this point.
Yeah.
The anxiety of taking the call and going, yeah, I'm going to move to Darwin. I don't know anyone. All the games we played in the lead up, all the friendships I've made. Yeah. That's way more important than winning the grand final.
Yeah, yeah.
And, hopefully I have that. I definitely get the opportunity to play in a grand final again in 2 weeks. Now that I've consolidated those friendships even further, hopefully have a really awesome win and get around guys I've now known for 1.5 years, 2 years. But also everything we've done to get to that point, or that I've done, or the also adversities faced to get there, that's where it's at. And Sydney will be huge for you from going, hated the people I worked with in Muswellbrook. That was tough. Going to Goulburn, the isolation, going to Darwin, dealing with the humidity.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, all the awesome memories of Darwin, all the awesome things you've done. Now I'm here.
Yeah.
How good was all of that?
Yeah.
Instead of going, this fleeting moment, or what about all of that?
Yeah.
That you can never take back and never do again as well.
It's so it's such a corny saying, a cheesy saying, but it really is. It is all about the journey, you know what I mean? And I think all the amazing things I've done and all the amazing people I've gotten to meet on doing this thing has been next level. And it's a great point. That is sort of the main focus. And also becoming really good at my job as well. I don't want to sound like a bit of a douchebag.
No, go hard.
Yeah. I'm the best. But that. Yeah. Not just upskilling myself. So just going to these rural places and working and just becoming really, really good at it. It's hard to say that and not sound like a douchebag.
That's, again, conditioning from our society.
Yeah.
I think we get put down for trying to talk ourselves up. And then so people don't talk ourselves up and we don't talk at all. Yeah. Which is an issue as well. It's we should be celebrated more. Yeah. Instead of put down.
100%.
Which is something we struggle with. But I think, being able to fuck up along the way, because there's not too many people judging you is good. Having those opportunities at the smaller stations where if you're straight into Sydney and there's 6 to 9 million people or whatever listening and going, I heard that mistake. Yeah. All the people texting in going, he did wrong here. Could end up on the news where Darwin. It's Darwin, classic.
Mate, we've definitely messed up here a few times. There's the infamous fog dam scenario where we were trying to be funny on air, and we said, because everyone knows you're not supposed to swim in fog dam. I think it's a well-known thing because there's crocs there. So we were trying to make a joke and say we're new to town. I think we found a new spot to swim, Fog Dam. And then we're like, I'm not too sure. And at the end of the break, Anthony goes, I'm going to be swimming in Fog Dam. We get a phone call from tourism NT, and they go, what the hell was that? You can't be telling people to swim in Fog Dam. We're like, Oh no, we were joking. We got in so much trouble, and we had to do an apology the next day, which is so fair enough. Like the way the joke, we listened back to it, did not come off as a joke.
Sounded serious.
Yeah, it did not come off as a joke, and I think that was our first moment of, because that was like our second week on air, and that was our first moment of realization of, oh, we're not in Goulburn anymore.
Yeah,
there's actually people listening right now, and we've got to be a little bit careful of what we say. Because in Goulburn, we could just say anything. Like, we used to have a segment where me and Anthony do these South African accents, and we used to have a segment where we would pretend to be South African people and just talk about like South African stuff. That would just not fly here at all.
No, I thought so.
It just doesn't make any sense why we were allowed to do that. But yeah, it's very funny. Do you guys want to come in?
Your story just all by the way as well.
Oh, that's all right. That's on me. That's cool. I knew that was going to happen, so I'm happy with that.
That's right.
Yeah, I was like deleting every like sort of useless app.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've got 10 gigs, so that should get me enough, whatever I miss. Like,
you need a hard drive
there. Yeah, there's nothing on that phone, man. Like, there's nothing. It's just that I'd need to get a hard drive, to be honest, but it's
just a shit phone.
Yeah, I've had it for years, so it's all good.
So yeah, that segment got dissed, got dropped.
Yeah,
which is fair enough. But yeah, it's quite surreal when you realize, oh shit, people are actually listening.
That's like I was saying before, and they go, oh, he spoke well, and I was like, oh, what?
Yeah, it's pretty it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
but nobody calls up. Call up, guys.
Oh, so no one calls to chat on their thing?
Nah, I think here's a little behind the curtains is that not many radio stations get called up unless there's a prize. So a lot of the times it's my mum or my dad or my mate Joe that calls up and has a fake name.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing?
So have you ever heard Donna on air? That's my mum.
Legend.
Yeah.
Shout out to Donna.
Well, her name's Holly. Let's give her a fake name.
Shout out to Holly.
Yeah.
And Donna.
Her alias. Or Anthony's mum, or we go on our phone, like whoever's not active, you'll get a call. Yeah, right. Hey, we need you for this.
Yeah. I'll talk to it off air. I got like a pitch to get people to call up.
Yeah.
I can talk about it here.
Yeah.
Like with the Men Over Matter thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just creating a space for people to talk. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, so it's like this. And then, the moment we stop, it's like, is there anything anyone wants to like just talk about? Is there a weight that you want to pass on? And just sit. And like, if someone calls up, we'll just sit there and go, cool, thanks for sharing. You don't have to have a name.
Yeah.
Because then I think it gets people's, like, that's their drive to work.
Yeah.
And they might just sit with them and go, oh, I've got the same thing. And
like, what's an example? Do you think like, somebody calls up and what would somebody say? Like, is it, I'm having a tough day, or is it?
Yeah, like, this went wrong over the weekend. I'm missing my dad who's just passed.
Yeah.
And I'm really struggling to come to terms with that.
Yep. And then would you offer
no advice? No.
Or just say, hey,
that's cool.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, it's like, just something they're holding on to, because I'm not a therapist, right? But I'm a supportive, safe space to let that onto. Like, you can lean on my shoulder and cry or say whatever you want to do. And we're just sitting there and cool, man. Like, thanks for sharing. I appreciate you having the courage to speak.
Yep.
That's the most important part. Like, I'm sure that's going to be healing in itself. And then someone else might go, all right, I need to, like, you can hear the relief. You said the tension drops in your shoulders, the relief coming out. And then someone listening might go, oh, yeah, that's what I need to do. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be to us. It can be to their friend, their mum, or they're going, I really miss my dad. Like, they're passed. I'm not close to my mum, or she's already gone, or whatever. So they can talk to whoever.
Yeah.
And there's someone who maybe does have their dad go, hey, man, like, I miss you. We need to talk.
Yeah.
And it just creates curiosity, invites conversation, just from us putting that space out there. Or from you putting that space out there and going, hey, cool, let it off your chest. If you know.
Well, yeah, I've been trying to. I was actually trying to think of a segment we could do involving you as well, because I think it would be nice to have not a serious segment like that, but just like an open conversation thing like that. So we'll definitely try and figure something out for sure. I think that could be a cool idea. It's just that all I would be from a radio perspective is that I don't think people would call up to open up like that on live on air. You know what I mean? So I think you might have to
find a way to frame it, right?
Find a way to frame it, and also set the first few up is what we have to do a lot of the time.
Okay.
So you set it up.
Well, I would maybe lead.
Yeah.
Like, so this is something that's been coming up for me. So I mentioned before, I'm seeing or speaking with the EAP, love a Zoom. But for me recently, I've just been having anxiety, tightness in the chest, not really mental anxiety, but physically I can feel it here. So as people who know who I am may have seen me on TikTok or whatever, I smash OxyShred energy drinks, keep me going. And lately, I need to stop. Feeling tired, but feeling like the anxiety, and caffeine is obviously something that like heightens the nervous system. I've been trying to chill out. I don't know what it is, but I've just been feeling anxious. I think it's so much uncertainty in my life at the moment that I don't really have too much control of, because you try and leave it open for the universe to point you in the right direction. But as a control freak, someone that, you know, it's hard to deal with. So I just think a lot of people are anxious at the moment. Like, I just think there's so much going on. Everywhere you look, there's just bad things happening. So I think I feel like, and also, you know, everything's expensive. You know, you're not making enough money. You can't, I don't know. There's just so much going on. So I think it's just everybody's anxious at the moment. And well, I think
that
that's
on
it.
top of what you were saying as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's normalizes it. And then someone else can go, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Or they think, oh, it's not just me.
Yeah.
Because that's what's come up then. I'm like, oh yeah, that's just a normal feeling at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. I think it'd be cool. But like I was saying, you'd have to because the listener needs to know that it is a safe space, and they're not going to be judged, or they're not going to be asked too many questions, or they need to know, like when you
need a point of reference.
You need a point of reference, exactly right. And you're not going to go on a radio show that you don't know what's going to be asked of you. You don't know what to say.
Sorry. Yeah. Creative safe space.
Yeah. So you have the first few, you might have to manufacture, but I think eventually, once you get one person on board, it's been a snowball effect, you know.
Yeah.
But also Darwin, it's just might be a tough sort of community to. It's a country town, you know.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, naturally a very conservative. Emotionally.
You know, that was I didn't bother doing him in a event last, but says last year for the same reason.
Yeah.
And the response from actually doing has been unexpected. Like, to have it grow to triple in 3 events, I thought that's unheard of. I did not expect that. And the response from just the last post about the last event is huge. It's the most we've ever had.
Yeah. How much? Because the last one, how many people were there?
12.
Dick. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And so that was like, what, double last time?
Yeah, last time. Yeah. What?
7? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So double that. And I was like, oh, darn, country town. People just want to drink piss and, you know. But no, like, it's not the case. And I think that's due to it being a very multicultural town, which people don't realise. Like, it's still a lot more Australian than anywhere else than Melbourne. Like, a lot more hawker, but also there was 4 Polynesian dudes, Indian and Nepalese guys.
Yeah.
So you do get the good mix.
Really, really big fan of Paulie.
Legend.
So nice.
Yeah.
He's so nice.
Yeah, it's unreal. And you just don't get it. Like you don't realize it, how needed this space is and how willing some people are.
Yeah.
And all it takes is maybe one person from the friend group to make it safe for the others.
Yeah.
Which are poorly bought four mates.
Yeah.
And they were the most polite, like lovely guys.
Yes.
Like, you would be thinking funny player. Big, yeah. The boys, but the softest, broken, kindest guys.
And really polite and respectful.
Yeah. People have their perceptions of what Darwin is like.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's true. But I think putting a blanket over the whole community would be doing it a disservice.
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm keen to definitely give it a go. Oh, when did you leave on?
2.5 weeks. Well, I'm doing one before I go. So even just in that, like, advertise next one, it's like, as an example,
yeah,
this is what's going on.
Yeah.
This, yeah. And it's chill. You could just talk about a frustration you've had. Maybe like, you have to really like, if we can make a topic.
Yeah.
So it's less ambiguous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to work.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, you know how you mentioned with the therapist thing, like, this annoyed me, that's because of this.
Yeah.
Like, what's something like that?
Yeah.
You know, we can offer maybe a reflection if they really want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, man.
Do it. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to plug before we?
Be kind to your friends. Love your parents. Try your hardest at everything you do. And
listen to Hot 100.
Listen to Hot 100. And be kind to yourself. And don't drink 7 beers every day. It's bad for you. That's right. Final message.
Mate, live and die by that.
Live and die right now.
Find a hill to die on.
Find it. There we go. That's my final message. Find a hill to die on. And that's it.
That.
So,